Oh my god, viewers, I can't believe it. The final level. Yeah, totally, man. The final level, the Canyon Showdown, we're gonna do it, and it's gonna be awesome, and I'll be honest, this is the last recording I'm gonna do for the night. And no, it's not that, like, I'm not finishing the game tonight, it's more along the lines that I have to re-record this part, because getting all the extras, getting 100% in this level, is really annoying.
I mean, it's epic as all hell. I mean, we got, like, the final boss music, and we got the beat Hopper. I'm not trying to take away from that aspect. I mean, kudos, man. Whatever this game is for, I like the final theme. It has a very epic ambiance to it. Now, the real problem is, it's basically like any other level, any other boss fight, but, like, mixed with the level. And so say, you still gotta collect 50 pieces of grain, get the freaking gold berry, and spell out your name. You know, it's annoying nonetheless. And I hate it, and I can collect this brown token, and trust me, I know, I wanted to do this, like, I just wanted to control it drunk. I did it drunk. The reason why I had to re-record it is because, God help me, like, I couldn't do it. I could not do commentary drunk while doing this, because, well, let's face it, this isn't a boring part to it. It's a boring part for the main reason I have to do all the extras. I have to get 100%. Because that's what I'm going for in this LP. You know, 100% in every level. We got Hopper. You know what Hopper does? He throws berries at you. But unlike your berries, these berries are white. God help me if I know what they do. God help me if I know how they compare to freaking Zeus berry. The Zeus Juice. I love juice. I love Zeus Juice. No, man, it's not as provocative. It's not what it sounds like. Actually, I don't even know what Zeus Juice tastes like. That's like goldberry wine, man. Goldberry wine. Zeus Juice. I want some. You want some? We want to know what Zeus Juice tastes like. I don't know, what is goldberry really actually like? Is there actually a real goldberry? Because if there is, my God, man, I want to make some wine out of that freaking Zeus Juice goldberry. That's gotta be some pretty damn good stuff. Oh yeah, Zeus Juice! Zeus Juice! Yeah! I'm almost done with my drink. You know what? It's okay. It's okay, because I still got some Captain Morgan. I got like half a bottle left. How do I have half a bottle left? I didn't finish this thing. I didn't want to finish this thing, I'll be honest. I got like half a bottle of Captain Morgan. I didn't want to finish it. I'm gonna have like a wicked bad hangover if I like did. I'm gonna be throwing up in the toilet if I do. You don't want that, right? You don't want me to get sick. I didn't get sick in this entire LP. That's impressive, okay? You gotta give me props for not getting sick. That's a bad thing, okay? If you do a drunken LP, do not get sick. That's my own recommendation to you viewers. If you're an LPer and you're 21 and you're like, hey, I'm just gonna drink a bunch of alcohol. Do not freaking drink enough, or do not rush it for one. Do not rush it. If you rush it, you're gonna throw up. Do not try to drink enough to the point where you do throw up, because my God, you're just gonna make yourself sick. Okay, you don't want to make yourself sick. That's bad for everyone, and I guarantee you're not gonna act like me, okay? Let me tell you something about me when I get drunk and I throw up. I act like a frat boy, and by I act like a frat boy, I mean I actually kind of like, woo! I threw up for the first time in like 6 years! Because really, it's like that. I don't throw up in real life. When I do throw up, I'm impressed, because, like, my God, I can throw up? I didn't know I could do that. In which case, you're like, what do you mean you didn't know you could throw up? In which case, I have to say, I kind of lost my gag reflex ever since high school. It's not that I was bulimic or anything. It's more along the lines of I always tried to play sick at getting through certain days in school. Actually, it wasn't even high school. It was just in elementary school. I always tried to play off being sick because, I didn't want to go to school all the time. I kind of had to play being sick. Some days it paid off, so other days, oh God. Not the best day to talk about, let me tell you. Involved the hospital, and I'm going to stop right there. Yeah, that's right, I faked being sick, and I went to the hospital for it. Now it's funny, but back in the day, oh my God, if I told my mom that, she'd be furious. I'm surprised she even just went with it. I swear to God, I swear to God, my mom is smarter than she looks, and she probably knew, but she just rolled with it because she knew, like, the effects of doing it were not worth the consequences, and so I just, let's just say it wasn't worth the price paid. But because I went with it, she's just like, you're a trooper, you deserve this day off. And that's how I'm gonna end that story of I faked missing school. You never want to go to the hospital, because that's bad. If you're gonna fake being sick, okay? Fake being sick with a thermometer and being, like, pretending you have a fake fever. Don't make it so irrational that you actually have to go to the hospital. That's a bad story all around. I've been there. I've done that. I didn't enjoy it. Because it ruins your plans for, like, playing games, for instance. That's right. I decided to take the day off so I could play my game. Subi. But that was high school. This is regular. Freaking, I'm out of high school. Going to college, man. I'm not in college yet. I will be. God help me if I know how I'm gonna handle that. But now, instead of, like, I have to rely on someone, it's all on me. If I failed college, I did that to myself. No, it's not that, like, I missed too many days, although that is a big contributor to it. Freaking, you miss college days because you're too lazy. Go to college, man. Make something of your life. Get a degree. I plan to do that. Someday, I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna, like, make something of my life, and I'm gonna be better for it. I swear to God, man. And I won't have to do these drunken LPs because I'll be freaking smart, man. Oh, when put into perspective of how this sounds in the state I'm in, it's actually pretty hilarious. Even I have to admit this, but god dang it, I'm gonna do it, man. And when I do, I swear to God, I'll make a video and it'll be in a vlog sort of shape, and I'll show my degree and I'll be like, yeah, I know I said in Bug's Life I was gonna make something of myself, but look at this, I made something of myself. I swear to God, viewers, even if I'm drunk, I'm doing it for realsies. And you think, you're never gonna remember this, Gildan. You're crazy, man. You're crazy. No, man. I have to edit this when I'm sober, okay? I have to, like, do some sort of fast-forwarding effect. Because as I look at it now, I have to, like... I have, like, 30 minutes, but when I add some sort of effect of fast-forwarding it, yeah, I'm gonna have to look at it again. I'm gonna have to be like, okay, I said that. You know what? I'm doing it. And you know what? Even though I am drunk, part of me actually wants to do it. You know, because I like to say this. When you're drunk, you're speaking from the heart at a certain extent. Yes, your mind is clouded with drunken intoxication, but I feel like part of you is actually coming out in the real sense of this is how you really feel, you know? It's like your actual inner self is coming out at the same time of you being drunk. Just slightly, I don't know. I think it varies for everyone else. For me, it's like, I think I'm more honest than like your average drunk, but at the same time, I'm still pretty intoxicated. I can't say which is coming out. I say it's a mixture of half and half of being half talking from the heart and half intoxicated. Anyways, I know this little inner heart talk has been brought to you by Grasshopper that's trying to kill me. Grasshopper that's trying to kill me. He will kill me at some point unless I use the Zeus berry on him, or Hopper just kills me. Hopper, you are a terrible grasshopper. Why do you hate me? You know what? Why does the Grasshopper Mafia hate me? What did I do to them? You know, they live in the desert. I'm an ant. I collect their little grain so they can make it through the winter. It's a twist on the ancient fable, you know. Maybe it's not that ancient. I don't know. Old fable. There we go. Old fable. It's been around for a while. It's not ancient. Actually, I don't even know how long it's been around. I should wiki this thing. Whatever. I should drink my... Oh man, I'm gonna spill this if I don't drink it. It's in my hand. I got my freaking sorry about that. I got my Captain Morgan in my hand, or I had it in my hand. I was gonna spill it on the carpet. That's a bad idea. One of these days I'm gonna move out, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, like, when I graduate college and make something myself. Which I'm actually kind of scared, to be honest, because it's weird when you say you're gonna make something of yourself and then you actually try to do it, because... You ever felt like... I don't know, you ever try to do something and it seems like it's out of your league, but at the same time you gotta do it because you feel like you're destined to do it? That's how I feel sometimes, if that makes any sense, which it probably doesn't. I don't know. I'm destined to work with animals for my life. I feel like I have no other purpose for my life. Animals control it. And I know, you're like, Gildan, you're controlling Flick. Isn't this enough? And it's like, no, viewers, no. I'm actually closer to fulfilling my purpose when I did Evo, the Search for Eden. And I did that completely sober. And even at the end of that, it made no sense, because I had to fight a freaking well-endowed Amoeba. And you know what? Well-endowed Amoeba, despite how nonsensical it did, because it was freaking Kleeborp with one glowing finger, in which you're like, what do you mean? It wasn't Kleeborp, it was freaking Bullbox. And I was like, no, it was Kleeborp, the glowing freaking alien with one glowing finger, because that's the only thing I can think of that's closer to saying a well-endowed Amoeba than freaking, I don't know, caveman Bullbox. And I still refuse to acknowledge that it was a caveman. It was Kleeborp, the retard with one glowing finger. I'm gonna reference other LPs that I did, damn it. You know what, while I'm at the subject, freaking Hopper's insane. He's not as insane as Thumper, but, you know, he comes close to being Lunar from Mischief Makers. And you're like, Lunar from Mischief Makers? What does this mean? Lunar from Mischief Makers was my ultimate nemesis. It actually got to the point where I had to actually come in person. I had to actually show myself in person, on camera, in my car. And by car, I mean, I don't even know if it was the Buick or the Astro van. But it was one of my early cars. I think it was a Buick. I was actually in my Buick. Actually, no, now that I think about it, it was in the Buick. Where I actually was in my car, broke down, with my hands on my head, saying, oh my god, why did I do this? I was in that state, and I actually had to come to you viewers saying, Lunar is a freaking lunatic, and he's freaking insane, and this guy, you wait until I face this guy, and I did, and I beat him without taking a single hit, but my god, you fight Lunar from Mischief Makers, he does a Shoryuken, he does his little Cerberus Alpha combination, and it's insane, and my god, now I kind of want to replay Mischief Makers, because that game was awesome, but I can't, because I already LP'd it, and, like, freaking Evo, The Search for Eden, which was awesome. I wish I made more animal fact references in that LP because there were so many animals. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. My next LP, I'm sure we're going to be making a couple animal references because it has a very natural state to its LP-ness. Also, Goldberry. I know. I'm not talking much about what's happening on the game, mainly for the reason that we're covering the basics of trying to get 100% in this level. It's boring. You know, when I was actually doing the LP, actually recording, excuse me, when I was actually recording while playing the game, I realized much of what I was saying was just silence and trying to get 100%. And I realized, you know, viewers, this isn't all it's cracked up to be. You know, sometimes when you do an LP, and sometimes when you're drunk, and sometimes when, I don't know, you don't let the randomness come and flow as best as it should, it's really boring to the audience. And because it's so boring to the audience, it's just like it's boring to you. And you know what? I find that the best audience is yourself sometimes. And how I feel about it is, this was boring. I need to enlighten it for myself. Because all I was talking about was trying to get all the grain, kill all the freaking grasshoppers, try to collect my name, the letters to my name. That's boring. As much as I love trying to get 100% in every game. Or at least a representation that I felt close enough to be in the game to stay in which is like, well, there's nothing else I can really cover. You know, I just need some sort of closure to an LP. And what better way than, I don't know, just going off the charts with my randomness. I like being random, viewers. I gotta be honest. I like not making any sense. You know, sometimes these Strucken LPs are alright by me. And you know what? I'm okay with it. And if you're not, well then you can go away because I don't need you. I need people that are okay with how I do things. And because of that, we're just gonna do it how I feel. I'm in charge of this project. I'm in charge of what I do. Let's do it that way, okay? Okay? Now that I've said that and I have no idea what I just said, let's continue on with trying to find the last 5... Let's see, 11 plus 5 is 16, right? The last 5 enemies, and try to beat this game. And try to, like, do it so perfectably that I don't spill any more of my Captain Morgan Coke. My rum and Coke, yes, my rum and Coke. Which is actually very good. I gotta be honest with you, viewers. Because whenever I'm drunk, I feel like I get so honest that I can't actually lie. That's how I feel when I'm drunk. I am so honest that I can't actually lie. And this is why my Captain LP is gonna work so well. I feel like I can't lie no matter how hard I try. I gotta be honest with you, viewers. I think I like rum and Coke more than I like whiskey and Coke. More than I like a Jack and Coke. And that's not to say I don't like Jack and Coke. I love Jack and Coke. I love the stuff more than you'll ever know. But, like, it's just... Rum and Coke tastes so much sweeter. Like, it actually tastes good. Whiskey doesn't have a very good taste to it. I gotta be honest with you. Most people say whiskey tastes terrible. I gotta be honest. Part of me makes up for it by just trying to say it tastes good. But in reality, even I have to admit, unless it's very light whiskey, it tastes terrible. So you add the rum, and my god, rum and Coke is actually sweet. It has a very sweet flavor to it. You know, light amount of rum, it tastes comparable to vanilla and Coke. I am dead serious that. A light amount of rum with Coke tastes like vanilla Coke. It's like, I love this stuff. Now, if you add more than enough rum to it, it doesn't taste like vanilla Coke, it tastes like rum and Coke. Heavy on the rum. And it's not enjoyable, if that makes any sense. No, but like a good starting out drink, light rum and Coke. It tastes like vanilla Coke, in my opinion. That's the key word, in my opinion. I don't want you to think, hey, Kill the Warrior recommended light rum and Coke. Like, I don't know, half a shot of rum. Let's just add it and see how it tastes. Oh my god, it doesn't taste like vanilla Coke. Kill them lied to me. No. In my own opinion, it tastes like vanilla and Coke. Like, not that much vanilla, it tastes very lightly. But then again, I have very weird taste, so you have to understand this. Also, Hopper doesn't count towards our gold berry meter. What the hell? WTF. You know what? I haven't even sworn this entire LP. That needs to change. I'm going to say something I've done when I'm drunk, and you know what? WTF. What the fuck, man? Hopper doesn't count towards your entire counter of the gold berry. What the hell? The final boss doesn't count. That doesn't make any sense. It should be Hover being the last enemy that counts towards your meter, and thus you get like 100%. You should get that victory feeling from it, but you don't because the last enemy turns out to be a regular old-ass grasshopper. WTF, man? Doesn't make any sense. I hate this. You're insane, game. And yeah, I still love you because you're the first PlayStation game I ever played next to Final Fantasy VII, which I don't even know how my mom let me play that because it's rated T and I was like 10, 11, I don't know. I was around that age range when I first had my first PlayStation, and she let me play Final Fantasy VII. I remember it being the shit because it was so amazing that I couldn't quit playing it. But now that I'm older, I have such a different perspective on it. I can't explain it, viewers, but I love it nonetheless. And even though I'm older and have that different perspective, I still like it. I don't know, I have a feeling that anything anyone loves is representative of a person's taste early in their years of life. Just the fact that they love something early on is reflected later in life. Because it will always stay with them no matter how old they get and how old they love something. It's just that awesome. I gotta be honest, this is gonna be so insane to look back and see what I said just now. And I don't even care, viewers, I don't. I'm gonna upload it as it is. You can't stop me unless the YouTube community is just like, whoa, Gildem, you just said a mouthful, it's blasphemous, and we're gonna have to stop you right there. Even though I think I haven't really done anything that's really been borderline, so to say. I mean, I have some thoughts. I did have several failed recordings of this. One of which was actually a very deep conversation explaining why, like, me and my dad will never see eye to eye, which had to do with the fact that we're, like culturally different, because he's from a Spanish-speaking country, and I myself am from America, which, I gotta be honest, I love America. I will never think negatively of America, because I'm from this, and, well, I don't know, maybe it's because I am an American, and I think that this is the best country ever. I don't know, I'm just showing my American pride and saying that this is an awesome country, but, honest to God, it's just one of those things where it's like, me and my dad will never see eye to eye. And I would go into the conversation, but I felt like it's just one of those things that's so private, so deep, that even if I talked about it when I was drunk, it would just go way too far. And there's a certain level that you have to understand, even if you're sober or drunk, one of the two, like, it goes into a point where it feels like things can get to the point where it's too much information. If things get to the point where it's too much information, then there's a good chance that no matter what you say is not going to help your situation. And I'm just saying this from experience. This is what I've learned. Like, you really can't talk about stuff that's really too personal. I mean, you can, but it feels like you're crossing the line at a certain point. And because of that, you really need to be careful what you say. I mean, it's not just the fact that you don't know who's listening to it, and that's fine. I have no problem with people, like, listening to my conversations. I mean, honest to God, I could care less who's listening in. It's just how I feel about how certain things are displayed. So at a certain point, it's like too much information. It's just kind of like really more along the lines of how I feel about certain things and what I say. And it's not for you, it's for me. It's just, I feel like certain things just don't need to be said. Like, maybe my relationship with my dad? I mean, it's kind of going a little too far. It's not that I don't love my dad. That's not the reason why I wouldn't talk about my dad. It's more along the reasons why we have such an awkward relationship. And we really do, and I really do, viewers, I really do have a very awkward relationship with my dad. So, in ways, I don't think I'm ever going to talk about my dad here on YouTube. It's just how it's portrayed. It's kind of a very awkward situation, and I don't think I can really pull it off as well as I'd like to, you know? It's just one of those situations where it's just, I don't think anyone would really understand, and if someone does, it's just, I don't feel it's like a majority of the group, so it's just one of those situations where it's not taboo, it's just, I don't feel like this can be really, I don't feel like I can portray it well as it should be, and stuff. Oh man, I can't believe I just got into like a quick section of like, personal, like too much information, personal, whatever, it doesn't matter, you know what, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The point is, I don't think I can talk about my dad as well as I feel like I can in my head. And honestly, that's fine. You don't need to know too much about how I feel about my dad. All you need to know is that my dad and myself, we came to an understanding of we love each other, and that's pretty much how it's going to be. We love each other, we're family, and we care about each other. And that's me and my dad in a nutshell. That's all you need to know about me and my dad in a nutshell. I have a very awkward situation where I have daddy problems, but me and my dad, we love each other nonetheless. Let's just leave it at that. I love my dad. I love my family. I'm a huge family man. What can I say? I am more of a family man than Nicolas Cage in The Family Man. And Nicolas Cage was quite the family man. I mean, you want this chocolate cake? You want it? You want? I want the cake! Oh, man, okay. You know what? I'm gonna have to cut it right here. Because, to be honest, despite all the fast forwarding and all the stuff, we're never gonna find those 2 pieces of grain until the very end. So, you know what? You excuse me once... excuse me. You excuse me while I finish this Captain Morgan. And then we get to the last 2 pieces of grain. Last drink of the night. Oh my god. That went down very smooth. It tasted great. Okay, viewers. Alright, here it is. The last 2 pieces of grain. It's almost hard to believe I could have missed such a thing. But it's right here. It's right here. You see, there's Hopper. He's kind of throwing his berries, his white berries. I don't need to know about his white berries, but there's the grain. I got it. Done. Finished.